Oke guys, akhirnya kita sampai juga di game yang ketujuh guys. Game penentuan buat kedua tim, sudah match point kedua tim. Cloud9 yang awalnya sudah unggul di 3 poin pertama harus berbesar hati disamakan dengan 3 poin lagi setelahnya guys ya, game 4, 5, 6. Dan akhirnya Povius di ban dan akhirnya tim Cloud9 memakai Rafael lagi seperti di game pertama ketika dia menang guys. Apakah akan membuahkan hasil lagi? Langsung aja kita total, let's go. Dan Mobazane lagi-lagi memakai Pakuito dan tadi ketika pakai Pakuito dia kalah guys. Wow. Apakah ini akan membawa kemenangan? Dan sudah tidak ada Povius nih sebenarnya. Wah, gila Hunnya pakai Suzu ini. Harus jaga Zia sih guys, lagi tadi juga Zianya ngeri banget Moskov, dan Moskov pun di respect ban guys tadi di game. Yang di game ini di respect ban. Karena tadi Moskovnya menyusahkan ya. Wah, ini kalau kalah sih Cloud9 terpukul banget kalau kalah ya guys. Semoga aja dia bisa berikan permainan baik dan bisa menang juga ya. Sama ayam netral ya guys. Tapi seandainya kalah, wah dia akan terpuruk banget guys. Sudah menang 3-0 soalnya. Jadi 3 sama dan kalah kalau kalah. Dan kalau menang berarti ya kisah Cinderella Mobazane cuma dikasih 3 game doang dan tidak bisa jadi menang. Valentina. Wah. Mantap sih.
So do you think if BTK wins, Hoon will get up? Do we think he will get up if BTK wins, or will he'll just close his eyes and go to sleep at that point? He's like, all right, it's finally time to rest. Coming into this game though, looking at the drafts, I mean, I'm wondering. It already looks like it's getting pretty aggressive early on, and it does look like Shark is going to take the Gatot and fried chicken with that Cho in the XP.
Yeah, and Shark, a little bit of a CC going on to Mark Cutie. He's going to dash himself to safety.
Yeah, gonna go back to safety. I mean, there's a lot of
wah, nggak dapat satu minion.
Bloodthirsty Kings, and yeah, you are right on the money with Shark. Right, he ran this Gatot in the roam position. And again, BC Chicken on this show. He's gonna be paired up against Nas on the Ruby.
Yeah, basically doing a good job at freezing lane up there, trying to keep it on his side. Bazia not falling for the tricks. I'm wondering, I feel like mid is going to be so crucial in this game. Shark and Hoon, Mark Cutie, Cold World. It's been the matchup of the season. And honestly, both of them, it finally feels like BTK, their mid is rotating very well. Cloud9 as well.
Di atas lihat 1-1 sama itu.
We know how fast he moves around.
Cloud,
we know his plan with this hero.
Man, I'm doing such a good job of kind of reading some of these. I know in the last game that Mobazane played Paquito, I was kind of wondering about some of these kills that Mobazane was kind of trying to initiate. He didn't get the kill, they were mostly assists. We're gonna go ahead and start a fight here.
Keangkat. Wah, ke situ loncatnya. Wih, tapi dapat Bisplayernya mati. Tapi ya cuan sih. Cuan. Dapat hyper, dapat turtle, masih cuan.
That is a good trade for BTK
right yes, good trade kan. Pertukaran yang bagus.
Yeah, and that's already gonna, you know, that's the frustration's gonna start setting in. They have really kind of honed in onto best player, and this is what I was kind of waiting to see from them too, especially with the focus that Cloud9 put in on the early stages of the series against Mobazane, being able to find him, being able to isolate him. Here, they're really kind of honing in down onto best player, especially because he has such a good early game spike.
Makronya udah clear, langsung dia ke mid. Rubinya bagus guys, permainan.
Speaking of these pickups, right? We know the Lantern can be very aggressive in the early phase. It can pretty much zone out an entire team. But Mark Cutie, he has this Valentino. We got to look at what ultimate he's going to use. Does he go in for the Way of the Dragon? Does he go for the AOG? Or does he go in for that Crimson Beacon, right? To be able to have that AoE damage to pretty much zone out the side of BTK.
Yeah, I think Cloud9 here, You know, I think they just need to take this, not be scared to take this game slow, not be scared to let this play into the, you know, maybe even the 15-minute mark. I feel like we've seen it time and time again that Cloud9 plays very comfortably when there's a bunch of towers down on the map. Plays very comfortably when, you know, there's plenty of space to move around and everyone's got a lot of items. I really feel like Cloud9 needs to look for that type of position in this final game.
Mendebarkan, guys.
About where they shine, especially when it comes to macro, when it comes to the synergy, they've been able to really kind of slam down onto BTK. These last few matches, I've seen that same macro, that same synergy start to show its cracks. The little bit of the frustration starting to show through here.
Waduh, Zianya kena.
Yeah, they're going to look for the trade. They're going to go in for the side lane instead of the turtle play. Smart decision, Zia.
Zianya kena.
Be punished right there, Shark.
3 di atas harus dapetin turtle nih buat nge-trade. Wah, dilepas.
I mean, BDA gets turtle, but honestly, I like gold. I like getting the gold laner. I like getting the gold plating. I feel like Cloud9
dapat platingan basicnya. Full platingan.
Well, yeah, and then they're doing exactly what they should have been. What we were kind of critiquing from BTK, where they just let turtles go for no reason. There was no answer. There was no reply. Here, Cloud9, they know that they don't have the advantage at the turtle fight, so they're going to go ahead, put that pressure onto the gold lane, get that gold plating, start to get basic fed so that he can start being the nuisance he needs to be by mid-game.
Yeah, right now, I mean, BTK, 2 turtles on their side.
Mendebarkan.
Their chance of winning goes way higher, especially when they're able to take these turtles to have the slightest advantage. But I'm right there with you. With Zia falling on the top side, it could be a little questionable for the damage she's going to be able to dish out in these engagements. And you can already tell Cloud9, they're willing to give up these turtles because they go for the pickoffs.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost more than questionable, right? Because we saw last time Zia was on the 1-1. Even after getting 3 items in, the damage wasn't
jangan terlalu sering tinggalin turret sih.
Yes, there was some threat, but it was tough. But this early on,
hancur
taking
juga tuh turret.
500 gold behind basic could spell trouble. So I think at this point, BTK, maybe look for a gank of your own up in that top side. Look for some pressure to slow basic down.
Here, a little bit of CC on the mark. Cutie just narrowly avoids the pull coming in from Hoon. Now starting to kind of readjust around the map. A lot of pressure here. Like I said, they've really kind of honed in on Zia now because of that last game. He was able to, even at the 16th minute, you waited for Zia to come online. Still became an issue for the side of Cloud9. Here, they're not going to be taking those and making those same mistakes.
There goes a BMI in the place to whip back to safety. Crossbow Tang, he found the weakness points in a matter of seconds, so both sides will trade equal damage.
More of a defensive crossbow Tang at that point. Damage still not quite there, but he does survive.
Udah habis semua dong resource-nya.
On the mid side, watch Hoon and Shark, man, they are moving. They're stealing all over the place, and that's a lot of times is one of the problems that I see with BTK currently. Hoon kind of hangs out a bit too much in the mid, but lately, these past couple games that they've been winning, he's been getting very involved.
Yeah, and they're going to go ahead and start things up. Another turtle that just is unable to be contested by Cloud9. This time, not much of a response coming from them.
Belum banyak team fight, guys. Game ke-7 kita jadi fokus nonton aja. Wih, hampir flicker. Kalau enggak kena tadi mati tuh. Kena ulti ke dalam pasti.
Gold not really escaping BTK. I think Cloud9's job again, they can still just
one-one-nya udah mulai ikut join, mau cari farmingan lagi.
Try to get a couple pickoffs. I think keep on focusing onto the gold lane, get those ganks whenever they can. And outside of that, I like
one-one Mas Bente udah mulai.
Got the Rafaela who's going to heal more.
1x Bakito.
They have this Claude who's going to be moving more and more, outputting more and more damage. I do feel like they're in a comfy position right now.
Yeah, and especially because when we saw that was the Rafaela was kind of the
kalau Clapton menang siapa ya?
When it came in through the late game,
Panon?
the damage coming out, there's just so much healing. And then you have the flask of the Oasis on top of that.
Mundur basic.
Shield every single time the healing
Waduh,
comes out there.
basic.
We have a little bit of a
Basic.
Basic.
Itu Purify ya? Oh, Purify. Untung aja masih bisa
not
Blazing
only
duet.
does he get away, but he scares them away while doing it.
Wah, kena.
Nice hook.
Offended. Purify ulti.
More damage. Top side.
Kena.
More damage. Oh my goodness, a
Wah,
double
kena
kill.
juga.
So AOG with the
Wah,
follow-up and the
GG.
crossbow tag. The finesse
Waduh,
on the way,
tidak. Zia. Gak bisa gerak.
Best player able to shut him down.
Rafaelanya tuh keluarnya.
Get back.
Itu dia dapat keluarnya.
With the heavy left punch, takes
Wah,
out
double
Cobra.
kill.
Best player gets the double. Finding Shark. Now 3-1 on the top side. Now 2-3 on the top side. And Zane and Hoon left to defend.
Yeah, with that, you're going to be looking at a 2 down for BTK. They're going to go ahead and start looking for some positioning
Midnya.
around this Lord. A little bit of an advantage to them now, about a 1k gold lead. They were able to answer back. This is the one thing that we've been talking about. You need to be prepared for the answer back from Cloud9. No matter when you get the kill, no matter what kind of pickup you have, you need to be prepared for that response that comes out from Cloud9 because they're not going to let it go silently.
At this point, both teams definitely know what's on the line, right? Neither team letting anything go silently, not even a tower. I don't think we've been 10 minutes in where a single tower hasn't been taken. Hoon able to get out of that one. Still a little bit of a vie for the first.
Astaga, Sharknya ngapain?
Basic up in the top side.
Udah ada team fight dia ulti.
Is this a good or bad thing?
Yeah, you can definitely tell a lot of
Kodenya di
nerves
atas.
for both sides. Not wanting to be too aggressive, not wanting to be the one to create the mistake that can ultimately cost them this series. You are seeing the Lord at about 45% HP. Chicken, a great
Kok
engagement
ditendangnya
on the
net
nest
sih?
with the way the Dragon set up. AOG from Mark Cutie, drop it down. We'll connect
Fried
on the Shark.
chickennya
Chicken
EO
for Mark Cutie.
juga guys.
One member down for the Bloodthirsty
Dapat
King.
best
They're still
player.
gonna push in for this objective. Best
Blazing
player,
duet.
a little bit quicker at the retribution, able to get it. 4C9 finds kill on Zane and Zia. Member down for BTK. Make
Rata.
that 4 as Cold World will find Shark.
Man, we were
Kesalahan
talking
dari
about
fried
the
chicken ya
pressure
guys ya.
that's starting to pay
Dia
dividends
nendang
now.
si Nets.
Basic able to come in with the blazing duet, the amount of damage he's able to release onto BTK, allowing best player to come in to do the cleanup job, and just like that, 4 members of BTK
Ada Rafaela, dia nggak inget ada Rafaelanya kali ya. Nambah darah lagi kan Rafaela.
Everyone takes a shot to the face there. And C9, they feel it. They have the momentum. They're going to start trying to make moves around the map. Look at everyone in a different lane.
Yeah, you do see the way the Dragon set up too from Chicken. Now forced to go back to safety as the Lord marching in on the top side.
Chains, dibalikin.
A great setup.
Wah, one-one-nya terbang.
Zia able to find Nats. Punish Nats.
Blazing duet.
Very low. Shark will fall Cold World. Able to take him down. That is going to be a 1-for-1 trade for both sides.
Skill 1.
Oh man, just like that, a 7k gold lead for the side of Cloud9, down to high grounds of BTK.
At this point, can they defend? Zia still dancing, still trying to make something work. Cloud9, I mean, I think as long as they play it safe, they're in complete control, and I think it's been the game plan from the beginning.
Support terus kita ketika unggul ya udah ya guys ya. Supportnya pasti akan lebih banyak goldnya.
Just look at the difference of what 1 minute can make as well, right? 1 minute ago, BTK had all of their turrets. Now they're down to an inhibitor on the bot side, and Cloud9 having a lot of insurance to work in their favor. That just shows you how one little mistake can be the difference.
Well, and especially for teams like this who are just so well synergized, who have such a grasp on the macro and what they need to do and where they need to push, especially with the benefit of a Lord coming out. It's just that you cannot give up. You've talked about it before. You can't give up an inch because these guys are going to take a mile for it here, right now, 12-minute mark, a BTK on the back foot with a 7k gold deficit.
Look at this defense that Cloud9 has over the river. Look at the defense that they have. I mean, just
Wih,
this line of members.
basic udah taunting di Perikel dia.
Style play that Cloud9 does so well, especially in a game when your enemy has no towers. Best player going up to the top side, and at this point they just wait. So the question is, like, how does BTK break through this, right? Either Fried Chicken gets the big kick, gets the pick off, or Shark gets the big AOG. But I think it's definitely, they have to find at least one member to kind of crack through the armor.
Right, I mean, it was just that one engagement that really opened up the map for Cloud9. I don't think BTK can take the fight. When it comes to the 5v5, they're definitely going to have to be more careful on positioning, because if they fumble fumble that opportunity again, Cloud9 are going to look for the early finish.
You see right here, Fried Chicken dancing around Cold World here. I'm not even sure if he knows if he's in that bush.
Ke situ lah, Fried Chicken.
Very patient right now.
Ya ampun.
I don't think Fried Chicken knows he's there at all. And Cold World, just like the patience is a virtue at this point. Hanging out, no vision, and there's the Cold World basic combo at the bottom lane once again.
Yeah, the split push in effect to be able to have the wave management. Now both sides find it out.
Wah, hilang.
Knockup Zane able to find Nats. That's huge.
Waduh, bahaya banget.
Kings, but they need to get back to safety. Look at the
Blessing duet.
Basic. The side play of the place. Duet. The full
GG.
team. That player finding Shark. That is going to be a
One-one terbang.
in the mid lane. Crossbow tank activated. Winter crown. Find some time.
Wah, gila Zia WON. Tapi mati. Wah, sudah. Oh. Wih, gigi cepet banget tangan Zia ya.
3-for-2 trade over to BTK, feeling good. That I mean, they're starting to trade blows. BTK
Lot lah, kalau iya.
being willing to take
Aduh,
these
coba
fights
Lord.
and handling them well. Cloud9 as well, though. Mark Cutie helped to save that position by getting
Zia
rid of
harus
Zia.
beli aja Rose Gold
Yeah,
Zia
I
ya.
mean, and Zia's become a
Zia harus
huge
beli
issue
apa?
inside of
Magical
Cloud9.
Beacon
Even
dia
at
ya.
1 and 4 right now, 14 minutes. He's still got 2 more minutes before he hits that Zia power spike that we know it from the last game here. So still some wiggle room for BTK, but man,
Aduh,
just
Mobazane
right
nggak ke
now,
situ kali
already kind of
Mobazane.
limiting it down to
Ah,
a 3K
gila.
gold lead for the side of Cloud9. BTK just is still in it, but
Wah, hilang. Ah, hilang. Ya, blunder Cloud9-nya. Ah, kena buset, Fried Chicken lo ngejauhin aja. 4 hilang, guys. Anjay, dapat momen. Wah, GG BTK-nya dapat momen, guys. Wah, satu kesalahan kecil, guys. Buset dah.
Just like that, turned it around with one hit, takes down basic, 3 down for the side of Cloud9. BTK have, at least a short answer just now, and a 2K gold lead in their favor.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of turrets to go through. Even though they were able to get that objective, they still got to do a little bit more work.
Cloud9. Wah, one-one-nya mulai jadi lah.
That's a massive victory in terms of objectives, right? Just gonna keep them on the
battlefield. Fried Chicken nih keren tadi. One. Update nah.
As the Lord marches in on the bot side, BTK will look for a possible punish, but they're gonna go in and try and burst down this Lord.
But I'm standing, I'm pacing in front of the monitor right now. Anything could happen. I think Cloud9 needs to do what they've been doing. Take it slow, right? They can't rush this. I think when they overextend themselves, when they go for these
beda
big
4.000
plays,
unggul sekarang
that's
BTK-nya
when
malah.
those stakes start to come in. They cannot underestimate BTK at this point. I think they really just need to let BTK come to them, and there it is.
Syah.
Yeah, the initiation.
Sakit Pak Witonya. Wih, kena. Wah, GG. Nah, itu baru GG itu. WON. GG akhirnya apanya? Fried Chicken ya. Wah, bisa end, guys. Bisa end. Bisa end. End. Gila. Wow. Gila, guys. Wih, gila. Mobazane. Zia.
The whispers laid to rest, the doubts laid to rest.
Fried Chicken.
Cloud9 laid to rest.
Woi, kameranya, woi.
BTK reign victorious.
Wow. Gila. Oke lah guys, selamat untuk tim Mobazane ya guys ya. Lagi-lagi tadi perlu tekankan satu kesalahan kecil tadi ya di Lord tadi ya guys ya. Dan akhirnya dapetin oleh Mobazane dan akhirnya reverse sweep yang benar-benar wow ya guys ya, benar-benar gila guys ya. Tertinggal 3-0 BTK dan akhirnya dibalikin menjadi 4-3 guys. Selamat sekali lagi untuk Bloodthirsty King Mobazane. Mentalnya patut diuji. Dan akhirnya comeback lagi tadi di game yang ke-7 juga hampir kalah, dibalikin lagi. Selamat sekali lagi ya. Jangan lupa guys, bantu like, comment, share, dan subscribe. Terima kasih banyak yang sudah nonton. Selamat sekali lagi untuk Mobazane, Hun, Shark, siapa nama Zia, dan Fried Chicken. Selamat sekali lagi. Dadah guys, sampai jumpa. Terima kasih banyak.